Your body might be sending you warning signals right now, and you're writing them off as just stress. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzyme systems in your body. It supports muscle function, nerve signaling, heart rhythm, blood sugar regulation, energy production, and much more. But here's the catch. Magnesium deficiency doesn't always announce itself with one obvious symptom. Sometimes it whispers through small things you've learned to ignore. Here are 5 possible signs, plus why a standard blood test might not tell the whole story. Number 1, fatigue and weakness. Are you getting enough sleep but still feeling completely exhausted? Magnesium is involved in the processes your cells use to produce energy, so inadequate intake may be one factor contributing to fatigue. But don't jump to conclusions. Poor sleep, stress, anemia, thyroid problems, medications, and many other conditions can cause the same feeling. So think of fatigue as a clue, not a diagnosis. Number 2, muscle cramps or twitching. Ever wake up with a painful calf cramp? Or notice an annoying muscle twitch that seems to appear for no obvious reason? Magnesium helps regulate nerve signaling and muscle contraction. When deficiency becomes significant, cramps, spasms, and involuntary muscle movements can occur. But dehydration, intense exercise, and certain medications can cause these symptoms too. So a muscle cramp alone doesn't prove you're low in magnesium. Number 3, tingling or numbness in your hands or feet can have many different causes. Magnesium plays an important role in normal nerve function, and significant deficiency can be associated with neurological symptoms. But don't try to diagnose yourself from one symptom. If numbness is persistent or unexplained, that's a reason to talk to a healthcare professional. Number 4, changes in heart rhythm. This one deserves special attention. Magnesium helps regulate how minerals such as calcium and potassium move across cell membranes. These processes are important for normal nerve signaling, muscle contraction, and heart rhythm. Severe magnesium deficiency can cause an abnormal heart rhythm. So if you're experiencing unexplained palpitations or an irregular heartbeat, don't simply take a supplement and wait. Get it checked. Number 5, blood sugar that's harder to control. This is one that doesn't get talked about enough. Magnesium plays a role in glucose metabolism and insulin function. Research has found associations between higher magnesium intake and a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But that doesn't mean magnesium treats or cures diabetes. It's simply one piece of a much bigger metabolic puzzle. And here's something important. None of these symptoms alone proves that you're deficient in magnesium. They're clues, not a diagnosis. So why does magnesium deficiency happen in the first place? Usually, the simplest explanation is not getting enough from your diet. Good sources include pumpkin seeds, almonds, beans, whole grains, spinach, and other leafy greens. But diet isn't the only factor. Certain gastrointestinal conditions can interfere with absorption. Long-term alcohol use can increase magnesium losses, and certain medications can also affect magnesium levels. That's why saying everyone needs a magnesium supplement is an oversimplification. Now here's the twist. Your blood test might not tell the whole story. Less than 1% of your body's magnesium is found in blood serum. Most of it is stored in your bones and soft tissues. But there isn't one perfect test that captures magnesium status in every person. So don't diagnose yourself from symptoms or from one test result. So what should you actually do? Fix your plate first. Try adding more pumpkin seeds, almonds, beans, spinach, whole grains, and other magnesium-rich foods to your diet. And here's a cool fact. Magnesium is actually part of the chlorophyll molecule, the pigment that gives plants their green color. So leafy greens aren't just a generic healthy food. They're a genuine source of magnesium. What about supplements? They can be useful in certain situations, but more is not automatically better. Magnesium citrate, lactate, and aspartate are among the forms that are relatively well absorbed. For adults, recommended magnesium intake is generally around 310 to 420 milligrams per day, depending on age and sex. And here's an important distinction. The 350 milligram upper limit applies specifically to magnesium from supplements and medications, not magnesium naturally found in food. Too much supplemental magnesium can cause diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal cramping. Extremely high amounts can be dangerous, so don't assume that more magnesium means more benefits. Here's the biggest takeaway: fatigue, muscle cramps, tingling, heart rhythm changes, blood sugar problems. Every one of these can have many different causes. None of them proves that you're deficient in magnesium. But if your diet is consistently low in magnesium-rich foods, or you have a condition or take medication that can affect your magnesium levels, it's worth discussing it with a healthcare professional. Because real health isn't about grabbing every supplement on the shelf. It's about understanding what your body actually needs. Subscribe for more evidence-based health and nutrition, explained simply.